Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fit and fine. Children, in your previous classes of social studies, you have studied geography and history. From today, we are going to start with civics too. Children, civics is derived from the Latin word civicus, meaning relating to a citizen. It also deals with the problems of citizenship. It tells us the rights and duties of citizen. So let's start with the first chapter of civics, understanding diversity. In this chapter, children, we are going to understand deeply what is known by diversity. Children, diversity simply means difference. We all are different, isn't it? Even our classmates are different from us. Some have such a lovely smile, and some are always tensed. Someone does the homework regularly, and someone comes to school without homework. Someone's writing is too good, and someone's writing is too horrible. Someone is too tall in our class, someone is short in our class. Thus, we can see no one is alike, everyone is different. Now, this is what we call as diversity, children. Now, let's do an activity, children. There are three drawings given over here. They all are different, isn't it? All the drawings are different. Now, the activity which you have to do is to draw a picture of a human being. And then we'll see whether your picture is similar to these pictures. So, let's begin our activity. The chances are your drawing will be quite different from these drawings. Do you know why, children? It's because each and every one of us are different and have a unique drawing style, isn't it? You can see different kinds of people in this picture, children, isn't it? Children, every person is unique. Every individual person has a unique quality. And when these unique people meet, that means the combination of these unique people make a society. And a society where these kinds of different people live together is known as diverse society. Similarly, we live in a diverse society, children. That means we wear different kinds of clothes. We speak different languages. We belong to different regions. And we have different religious functions and celebrations. Now tell me, how many of you love to hear stories? I think so. Each and every child loves to hear story, isn't it? So I'm going to tell you a story of making friends. The story is given in your textbook itself, children. This is a story of a small newspaper boy who used to sell newspapers to earn his livelihood. He used to sell newspaper daily at the signal crossing, children. There was another boy, children, who used to cross the signal daily in cycle and used to watch this child selling newspaper. Every time this cycle boy passed the signal, the newspaper boy used to run after him, holding out the English paper and screaming out the evening headlines in a mixture of Hindi and English words. This time, the cycle boy stopped beside the pavement and asked for the Hindi paper. He said, "Please give me a Hindi newspaper." At this, the newspaper boy was so excited he said, "You know Hindi, but you look like an Angrez." "Of course, I know Hindi," the cycle boy replied impatiently. "I can speak, read, and write Hindi. Hindi is one of the subjects I study in school. At this, the poor little newspaper boy asked, Subject? What is a subject? Well, the subject is. He was just going to reply, children, but the light changed and the honking behind him grew 100-fold. So he had to cross the road and he couldn't answer the question of that little boy that day. The next day, this little poor newspaper boy was still standing there and waiting for the cycle boy, holding out a Hindi paper. He shouted, Bhaiya, आपका अखबार. And then he said, अब बताइए ये सब्जेक्ट क्या चीज है? At this, the cycle boy said, Oh, it's just something to study. After that, the cycle boy asked him, Have you ever been to school? The newspaper boy laughed and replied, Never. I used to. Began working when I was so high. He measured himself against his cycle seat. He said, First, my mother used to come with me. But now I can do everything alone, Bhaiya. At this, the cycle boy asked him, Where is your mother? The little boy was going to answer, but by that time the lights changed and the cycle boy has to go off. He heard the little boy yell from behind, She is in Meerut, Bhaiya. The next day when they met, they exchanged their names. The newspaper boy said very shyly, My name is Sameer. At this, the cycle boy said, It's incredible. My name is Sameer too. And they decided the one with the cycle will be called Sameer Ek and the one who sells newspaper will be known as Sameer Do. The next day they met again. But this Sameer Do was not having his usual smile on his face. At this, Sameer Ek asked him, What happened, Sameer Do? This little boy started crying and said, There is trouble in Meerut. Many people are killed there in riots. Even the headline says communal riots. I'm scared because I'm a Muslim. The next day, when Sameer Ek reached a signal, to his surprise, Sameer Do was not there. He was not there at the crossing the day after also, neither the day after nor ever again. And no newspaper in English or Hindi can tell Sameer Ek where his Sameer Do has gone. Hope you have understood the story, children. We don't know where Sameer Do has gone. But have you seen the friendship between them? They were so different and still they were friends. So now an assignment time, children. You have to tell me 4 ways in which Sameer Ek and Sameer Do were different. We are going to discuss the answer in our next video, children. That's all for today, children. We'll study the other topics of this lesson in our next video. Till then, read the lesson nicely. Thank you, children.